Hi all the viewers and listeners of my podcast. Flight route, peculiarities of transit stops, accommodation during the journey to Canada. I will cover these and other points in this episode. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the news from the first hand of someone who is actually making his way to a new world, as the American continent was once considered. So, what's new? I shot the last episode in the forests of western Poland. Today I'm in Madrid. It's one of parks in Madrid. Yesterday I arrived here from Barcelona, where I flew from Wrocław, Poland. Why Madrid? Because it was through Madrid that I found a flight to Canada with transit through Mexico with a relatively reasonable price and a departure date that suited me. Flights through England or the United States of America were associated with obtaining visas, which I decided not to apply. The coming days will show whether I was right. But more on that I'll tell in the next episodes. And now I will present step by step the practical information that will be useful to everyone who wants to know how to practically get to Canada. So, in the previous episode, I have managed to resign from my job as planned. Also, on the day of my dismissal, I received a text message that my Polish residence card was ready. I managed to get it in my hands, and it gave me the opportunity to move freely around Europe, which means that it increased the number of available flights options. Next, I looked up the requirements for documents and visas for flights on the internet by searching for SkyTeam thematic. You also can enter the necessary data and you will see what you need for your trip. For those who are interested in the United States, there is ESTA, an electronic instant visa that costs 21 plus 4 plus 17 United States dollars and is required for everyone who transits, even newborns. I made my first flight from Poland to Spain with Wizz Air. The flight with hand luggage and an extra bag cost me 370 Polish zloty or about 89 United States dollars. I would like to note that I did not weigh my bags before departure in advance, but I weighed them later at the Wrocław airport, and the weight turned out to be a little more than I had estimated. It fit on the first flight, but it don't fit on the next one. So I'll have to throw some things away. Pay attention to this when planning your trip. I recommend buying yourself a portable scale to weigh your luggage whenever you need it. So, Barcelona. I arrived in the José Tarradellas Barcelona El Prat airport after only 2 hours and 45 minutes of flight at 9 o'clock in the morning. From the airport, I took the A2 bus for €590 to Plaza de España, or the Square of Spain, in the center of Barcelona. There I changed to bus H16 and got off near Park de la Ciutadella. Paying for the second bus was an interesting story. I wanted to pay with a bank card, but apparently special travel cards were required. So the bus driver just waved me off and I rode for free. But it's better not to risk it. There is a sign on the bus that says that fare evasion is punishable by €100. Next, I stayed in the cheapest hostel for €20 a night. The hostel is decent despite the descriptions on the booking sites. Clean, tidy, quiet. The hostel is, in my opinion, in a convenient location. There is a park nearby. It takes about 15 minutes to walk to the sea to Barceloneta beach. On the same beach I noticed signs of free Wi-Fi. I checked it out and it works. Also, on the first day of my arrival, the beach was quite crowded. There was some kind of cycling festival. They were dumping a lot of bikes in one big pile. I don't know what it was for, but it was a likely atmosphere. I shopped in Barcelona at Lidl and Carrefour supermarkets. The prices are slightly higher than in Poland. In general, I liked Barcelona. After 2 nights there, I went to Madrid, where I'm staying today. I traveled by train. A ticket I found in the Renfe application. The price was 30 euros, 3.5 hours of travel in a comfortable, warm carriage through the harsh, hilly Spanish landscape outside the window. My train departed at 15 o'clock from Barcelona's central station Sants to the Puerta de Atocha station in Madrid. From here, in Madrid, it was a 2-kilometer walk to my hostel, which I gladly walked, observing the strict architecture of Madrid and enjoying the crowded streets. The hostel in Madrid belongs to the same hostel chain. It is located near the Basilica de Jesus de Medinaceli and the Plaza Mayor or the Town Square, a major public space in the heart of Madrid. So, fate smiled on me and allowed me to see many beautiful places along the way. The hostel itself is quite crowded, which reminded me of Southeast Asian hostels. It has a nice atmosphere. My next transit stop is Mexico. An electronic permit to enter Mexico for tourism purposes is free and issued for 180 days. For those who have valid visas to Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom and Japan, this electronic permit does not need to be issued. What was relevant for me was that you can bring 3 cell phones in Mexico. I bought myself another cheap smartphone to be a safety net during the trip. You also need to take some cash with you to Mexico. In general, it is written on the internet that you need to show proof of money at the border at the rate of 40 United States dollars per day. And it is also mandatory to pre-book your stay in Mexico and print out this reservation on paper. But I will tell you more details about this stage of my journey in the next episode. I invite everyone who is planning to make to Canada to subscribe to my channel. You will have first-hand information. Until the next time, bye.